What is going on, everyone? Hopefully, you're having a good Wednesday. If everything goes according to plan, we'll be watching this on Wednesday. Hopefully, you had a nice long weekend, 4 days. Hopefully, we talked about what we read like so long ago, Friday. She actually comes clean and tells Sawyer about the visions. So then we have to imagine what's going to happen like the next day at school. Is he going to tell everybody? I mean, because put yourself in his point of view. Some, I don't know, girl you've known for a long time has had a little bit of beef with them just because of the family. And, she's telling you these visions. It does sound like sabotage. It does sound like the dad is up to something. And it also seems like Sawyer, even though the dad might be a little unhinged, and then we're actually going to see that on the first thing we read here, chapter 16, I think it is. Like the dad's upset. Let's just get to reading, but he doesn't even know that she was at Agnotti's. And remember, her restaurant is the DeMarco's, and the Agnotti's, that's the rival restaurant. So let's get into it right here. Chapter 16. Rowan meets me at the door. Dad's freaking out, she says. Tough. What's that? Rowan points at my bag. I messed up. Is that your last order? Yep, sure is. Rowan grabs it and pulls the box out. It's moist. Oh, that word's tough for me. Moist. Ugh. I always think of like sweaty armpits after gym class or something. Moist. I mean, brownies can be moist. That's a good thing. I like moist brownies, but armpits. Ugh. Okay. Hopefully it's not close to lunch or anything, but yeah, that's nasty. Moist. The pizza is moist. All right, the next one. It's moist. Top of the next column. Yep, I shrug. I feel like crying. I've totally messed up 2 orders in one night. Not cool. Not to mention that other thing. The kitchen's already shut down, Jules. What do you plan to do? Where have you been all this time? Lost in the blizzard. Couldn't find it. I can't look at her. I moved past her. We could talk about that right there. Like, why can't she look at her? She's lying. Could highlight that. Yeah. I can't look at her. So Jules knows her pretty well. If you know somebody pretty well, you probably can't lie to them. They know those little looks on your face, those little tells. If you ever play poker, which I don't, but if you ever play poker, to know when somebody is bluffing, it's another way to say lying. And like cards, if you're bluffing, you say you have a better hand than you really do. There's something called a tell people might have. And that just tells the other person that they're lying. Maybe every time they're lying when they play cards, they like scratch their chin or something like that. So probably Rowan knows a lot of Jules's tells. So she can't look at her. Next one. I can't look at her. Let me make myself small here. Can't look at her. Move past her, go to the sink to wash my hands and splash some water on my face. Dad's gonna crap a brick. I push my fingers into my eyes, trying to stop the guilty tears from coming, but everything is so stupid. Why did I say anything? By tomorrow, everybody at school will know I'm a mental case. Sawyer must think I'm a freak. Are you okay? Rowan asks, looking at me hard. Her voice softens. See, I like Rowan. Even when things are like messed up, she is a caring person. Oh my God, are you crying? Seriously, you don't have to cry about it. I grab blindly for a paper towel, determined not to make a single cry noise. I blow the sob out through my lips, nice and slow, and breathe in. Although, Rowan says, musing to herself, so musing meaning like thinking to herself, I would probably cry too if it were me. I hate not finishing the job, Makes me feel like a total failure. Rowan, I'm not sure you're helping. I take another deep breath and pull the towel away from my face. You're not helping. She even says the same thing. Let's talk really quickly about the not wanting to cry, because I'm a little bit of a softie maybe, but there are times when I'm watching a movie or watching a show with my family, something gets me in the feels, and I don't want, I can hopefully have some tears running down my face, but not hopefully, and then everybody will look over me. Are you crying again? Oh, man, Inside Out. That movie killed me. All right, the next one. You're not helping. Trey bursts in the door with his empty bag, whistling. Major tips, girlie, he says to Rowan, flapping his wad of money in her face. You have to share, you know. Top of the next column. Not on Super Bowl Sunday, he says, teasing her. He notices the pizza box sitting there and looks at me. What happened? She got lost, Rowan says. Jules, did you call the people? You had their number. I don't want to lie anymore. No, I just messed up, okay? Can you call them? Trey gives me a weird look but says nothing. Rowan sighs deeply, grabs the phone, then looks at the ticket on the box and starts punching buttons. Fine, she mutters. It's like 11 p.m. My gosh. And oh, hi. This is Rowan from DeMarco's Pizzeria. We are so sorry. I flee through the kitchen to the dining room. May as well face the wrath and get it over with. Mom is rolling napkins. Where's Dad? I ask. Upstairs, very upset. She looks at me like she's waiting for something. Sorry about dropping that pizza earlier and messing everything up. You're fine, she says, waving it off. But why don't you tell me what else you did? I stare at her. What do you mean? You know. I hate when she does this. It's like she's trying to trick me into confessing things, which really pisses me off because I'm a good kid. I sigh. She couldn't possibly know about the most frequent pizza fiasco yet, could she? She's freaking jiggy with her ESP. Mom, please. I'm tired. Mom presses her lips together and then says, uh-oh. Top of the next column. Your father got a call about 10 minutes ago from Mario and Gotti. The implications are so heavy, so unexpected. I can't even speak. I sit down hard in a chair and put my face in my hands. Who? She glares. Mario Engati, son of Fortuno Engati, father of Sawyer Engati, whose acquaintance I believe you've made. No, I whisper. Oh, mother for loving crap. I can't believe they called. I didn't do anything. No. I moan as it all sinks in. I can't look at my mother. What did he say? He said, Anthony, keep your riffraff out of my restaurant or I'll slap a restraining order on your whole family or something like that. Wait, he said riffraff? All right, maybe at this point we should pause. Riffraff is probably a term like someone my age might use. I don't think anybody your age would use riffraff, but certainly somebody... maybe he's my age anyways, that dad. He's probably my age. So question is, what is riffraff? If anybody knows it, just say it. Riffraff. All right, back to the story. Unless nobody, I mean, I can imagine nobody in the room would know what riffraff is since it's such an old term. All right, so this messed up on me. Let's find the place right here. Nope, okay, it's just the page. He said riffraff. It might have been another word. Oh. I rub my sore elbow and shake my head. Remember, it's sore from her falling. Staring at the ancient carpet. How's Dad handling it? Mom gives me a rueful smile and reaches for another sack of napkins. I think you could probably guess. I stand up and start pacing around the tables. Crap. I mutter. What now? Why on earth did you go there, Julia? I stop pacing and look at her. I had to tell Sawyer something. He's the one who knocked my pizza over earlier. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. All I know is that I should probably stop talking. You knocked your pizza over? On purpose? Top of the next column. No, nothing like that. It was an accident. What kind of hooligan would do that? So hooligan and riffraff, they're kind of the same thing. Riffraff is usually more than one person, but anyways, hooligan, troublemakers. We should be the ones slapping the restrainer order on him, she says. Oh, hey, there's a way to ruin my life even more. Please, please, don't do that. We just might. Well, that's great. I get up and grab my gloves. I'm going to bed. I stomp into the kitchen as Trey pulls a pizza out of the oven. Is that the one I messed up on? They still want it this late? Yep, he says. He cuts it, grabs a box, slides it in, then maneuvers it into the bag. I'm so frustrated, I want to punch the wall. Okay, awesome, I say. I'll be back in 20 minutes. I reach for the bag. I got it, he says. Go upstairs. I bite my lip. He makes me want to cry. I know I should object, but I don't. You won't believe what I did, I say. Probably not. He smiles and grabs his coat and keys, then the pizza, and he's out the door. Wait up, we'll talk. It'll be fine. He calls as it closes. Thanks, Trey, I will, I say, but he's gone. All I can hear now is Dad slinging crap around upstairs. I head out of the restaurant as Trey taillights disappear and start making my way upstairs to deal with Dad. Ooh, that would... Oh, nice. I wasn't even... So you're looking at my face this whole time, and now I'm just realizing it. And I'm sure we've probably had a conversation about it like, whoa, what? Oh, my gosh. I don't want you to have to look at my face as it is. I like it when I'm like just a little tiny corner down here, just like get rid of myself. But this, that's unacceptable. I do apologize for the last, 2 or 3 minutes of us just staring at my face reading. Not good. All right. Remember how I say it's always important to have the text in front of you when someone is reading it. All right. But whatever. All right. This would have been a good place for us to stop. We're a little over halfway through. We got about 11 minutes in. So I think this will probably be a good place to keep on reading. I would think. It's like, okay, what's going to happen with the dad? Now, we know that he's not violent, or we've been told that he's not violent, but he's upstairs slinging things around. So I don't think he would like ever hit Jules, but not like have suspicions about Sawyer's dad. And I have read ahead. It's been a while. I've read this a few times. I'm not sure if that comes out or not, but maybe it does. But it does seem like the dude has a temper, right? Keep your riffraff out of here. I don't know. Who knows? We will find out, though, because let's keep reading on chapter. I'll make it big this time. Chapter 17. Hey, one other thing before we keep reading. We've got to be careful. I don't want to take the text off the screen totally because I might forget it again. But the siblings there, they seem like super supportive of Jules. I don't know many brothers and sisters that are like that, but maybe if you are running a restaurant and it is kind of like a team effort all the time, maybe in the past, some exposition we didn't see. Maybe Jules has bailed out the other siblings at one time or another, and they have to come together for her. I don't know, but all right, hopefully I won't. Let's get rid of my face totally for this one so there's no confusion. 17. When I entered the apartment, Dad is fuming. At first, he just looks at me and shakes his head. It's the DeMarco way of exuding disappointment without a word, and it works. Sometimes, hang on, I got to come back. Sometimes that's the worst. When your parents are just like, they're not even having like angry words thrown at you. It's just like, they're just pure disappointment on their face. How do I know? Well, I've been there before. Get rid of me. Okay, back to the story. The irony here is that he's standing in the middle of the dining room next to where I think there might be a table and some chairs somewhere, but they've been loaded with piles and piles of his junk for the past 9 years, yet nobody ever calls him on that. Top of the next column. His silence is thick. Finally, I speak up. I'm sorry I went to Agnotti's. I just had to tell. No. His voice thunders and starts in. You do not just have to do anything with the Agnottis, ever. Do you hear me? Do you want to ruin our business? You want the paper to find out that the Agnottis have put a restraining order on the DeMarcos? What does that say to the community? They haven't done that. He starts pointing at me. Not yet. Not yet. Better be never. Stay away from that boy. Do I need to find a new school for you? Is that it? My jaw drops. As much as I dislike my school, at least I have Trey and Rowan there. At least I can look at Sawyer once a day. Dad, seriously, are you really trying to ruin my life? He gives me a suspicious look. What are you doing with him? Nothing, I swear. Then why did you have to tell him something? I take a breath and go to the first thing I can come up with. School project. We're on a team. Teacher assigned us. Oh my God. Come on. I know we got to stop here for a second. The first rule of lying, not that you want to become a good liar, but with your parents, like if you told the mom one thing, and that was legit, like that was believable. Yes, they ran into each other. It's a busy, that makes sense. School project. Now she's inventing stuff. I mean, the mom and dad, they probably don't have the greatest marriage ever, but they probably talk. And so you're like, okay, well, she said that she ran into him. Oh, well, she said that they were working on a school project. The school project doesn't exist. Jules, come on. Rookie mistake. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Let's go. All right, glasses back on, back to reading. But I mean, this is, and this is messing up here. This is not going to go well for her. School project right here. We're on the same team. The teacher assigned us. Now she's making up a teacher. Come on, Jules. Come on. He narrows his eyes, but I can tell he wants to believe me. What class? Psych, I say. It's almost not a lie. You stay away from that place, he says once more. I will, Dad. I'm sorry. Top of the next column. And we got these little 3 stars there, so that means some time has passed. When I wake up Monday morning after a terrible night's sleep, I fight off all the thoughts about what could still happen to Sawyer. I can deal with that. Right? I can't deal with that right now. All I can think about is that I did what I had to do. I warned him, and just because everything's all turmoil-y, I don't even know if that's a word, but if it's not, it should be. You know, turmoil, like chaos, problems. And my dad's a messed up freak, and the boy I love probably thinks I belong in an asylum. That doesn't change the fact that I've now satisfied whatever weird business has been going on in my head, and now I'm free. I yank open the curtains and look out the windows across the street. None of them show me an explosion. I cross my fingers and hope it's over. I also hope Sawyer won't tell the whole world what I said to him, but the chances of this, 0. And Dad's just going to have to get over it. 5 insanely over-dramatic things I heard Dad muttering to himself last night. All right, just a second here, though, before we continue reading. If he doesn't say anything, though, like what does that say about Sawyer? I think maybe we can pause here and have a little discussion. But if he keeps that to himself, all right, we'll discuss that off camera. If you're at home and having to quarantine, sorry. Maybe I'll just say a real quick thing when we come back, but pause. All right, now we're back. Hopefully you were thinking at home the same thing, but I mean, if he didn't say anything, like he's probably a pretty nice guy. Like he's looking out for Jules because he could totally, it doesn't seem like they have Snapchat or whatever you guys have, TikTok, probably Snapchat, right? That's where you can really dish the dirt on somebody, just click a button and everybody knows it. So this is probably like super, you can just really get a message around to a whole group really quickly. This is probably before that. So it seems like they do have social media, but it might be like Twitter and Facebook or something like that. All right, couple more minutes. Let's read the 5 things, the outrageous, the overdramatic 5 things that Dad said, and then we will we'll end it right here. All right, 5 insanely overdramatic things I heard Dad muttering to himself last night as he paced the hallway outside my room. Number 1, you betrayed the name of DeMarco. Yo, Shakespeare, live in the now. So that's not the first time. You know, we've talked about Shakespeare with this story. Why couldn't you just deliver the pizza to my dear friends? So you and Mrs. Rodriguez are hanging out now. Look what you've done. You fired the first shot. WTF. 4, no more deliveries for you. We'll hire a boy. Oh, okay. So sexist. Why do you want to break my heart? Big sigh. And now I'm grounded for 2 weeks. So good place for a stop. I'll highlight it right there. And bring my face back up. Not too big, though. How about right down here? So you don't have to look at it too much. I'll make my face a little bigger. So we'll end it right there. But, of course, if we have any other things to discuss, I would love to hear what you think about that. And then we'll get on to hang on, big face for a second. And then we'll get on to the writing project that I'm sure you're all going to love for the next 3 days. We'll talk about that, all that stuff. Remember, quarter 2 is basically done. So check your grades and make sure they're all good. And Out of here.